I'm sure many of us heard stories from our friends about how they've experienced spiking themselves or know someone who has been a victim of it. Police reports only from September and October 2021, also known for the time when new university students go clubbing for the first time, showed that there has been almost 200 reported spiking incidents, but there could have been hundreds of more which haven't actually been reported. So not only the number of spiking incidents grow within each year, it actually turns out there's a new way to spike. Between September and November 2021, there were 250 spiking incidents just in the UK. There have been 839 recorded sexually motivated offences between 2016 and 2021, but only 19 arrests were made. These numbers include both men and women, however, police states that the majority of the cases are young women. Groups of more than 60 universities across Britain have participated in an online campaign known as Girls' Night In Boycott of Nightclubs, which aims to put pressure on venue owners to tackle the problem. To get a better understanding of this topic, I interviewed a DJ and events host to get his views on this situation. Hello, I'm Evelina and today I'm joined with...
I'm Dan, nice to meet you all.
Tell us about yourself, what do you do?
So, I am a DJ, radio station manager and an events promoter, and I've been working in the industry for about 6 to 7 years now, seen all sorts over the years, and just basically helping you out with some information about spiking.
So of course, being a DJ, like, you've witnessed probably quite a lot of situations, not necessarily all like the positive ones, so I want to ask you, have you witnessed any negative situations?
Personally, I haven't witnessed anything in person, but what I've heard from friends. So for example, I had a friend who got spiked about a month ago now actually. She messaged me through Snapchat, and she's obviously in a bad way because I've never seen her talk like that before, even like act like that before. She was just almost pretty much out of her mind. And she'd been with her friends basically all night and somehow still managed to get spiked, which is crazy. But I mean, what it did cause for her, it makes her like almost in two minds about going out in the future, you know, because obviously it is quite a horrible feeling being out of control. Like, you go out to have a good time, but you don't want to go out and then completely forget what happens, and then something even worse could happen to you, you know. So obviously that will have a negative impact on anyone, you know, not just girls, boys as well, whoever it may be.
Hi, my name is Erin and this is my story. I remember waking up on the day feeling so excited, and even though it happened such a long time ago, I remember it as clear as day. I was so excited. This is something me and my friends have been planning for a long time, and the day had finally arrived. I'd spent all day getting ready, making sure I looked good and I felt good. Met up with my friends. We did some pre-drinks because, you know, we were students, we couldn't really afford to buy that many drinks when we were out, so we did some pre-drinks at home. We went to the club and it was packed, but we kind of expected that because of it being Freshers Week. The music was really good. We all loved the songs that were coming on. After a few songs, we decided to get a drink at the bar. So we went over, I just ordered my usual because I knew how I handled it, I knew the effect it had on my body, which is why I was really surprised when after a few minutes I started feeling really awful. I got really dizzy, you know, at one point my legs were going numb, I felt like I couldn't stand on them, I was so helpless and so weak and I just couldn't do anything. And it clicked almost instantly what had happened, because I knew how this drink affected me and it had never affected me like this before, but I was really confused because I watched the people that make my drinks to make sure they don't slip anything in it. I always hold my drinks safely, you know, putting my hand over it. It didn't have a cover on, but I always make sure to keep an eye on my drink. So I was really annoyed that I had got to this point because I'm always so safe. But I was really lucky that I was surrounded by people who knew what I would want and how to help me. I didn't want an ambulance, I just wanted to get home. They called us an Uber, and the first Uber driver actually refused to take us home because he assumed we were just all really drunk, and he assumed that I was the worst and he didn't want me in the back of his car. At this point, you know, I was really struggling to stand. I felt like I was going to pass out, I felt like I was going to vomit. You know, I was so dizzy, my legs were so numb, I couldn't feel anything. So we ordered a second Uber, and luckily that guy, he understood and he was so nice. He took us home, he made sure that we got home safely. My friends were so lovely to me and they helped me get in the house. They explained, you know, to the people who I live with what had happened, and they made sure I was okay. But that was the night that I got spiked.
Although this story had a happy ending and Erin managed to get home safe, not everyone had this much luck. So how can we help? What solutions are out there for people? It looks like we might potentially have an answer. So today I'm joined with Hope. Would you mind telling us about your upcoming launch and what it's about?
Yeah, so I'm Head of Investor Relations for an app called Where You At, or WYA. It's focused on women's safety, but it's kind of everybody-centric at the moment. It essentially uses beacons, or it utilises beacon technology and dual-precise mapping to upload the blueprint of a venue onto our app, and that means that you can track up to 6 of your friends on a night out. You can either use the Where You At button just for sort of informal meetups, or you can use the SOS button if you have been in contact with spiking or assaults, and that will not only inform your friends, but it will also inform the venue, and it will timestamp it for the police as well.
Can you see people implementing this app into like the daily lives? Do you think it will be easy for them to access?
If you think about how many people use Snap Maps right now, which isn't even a very accurate representation of where your friends are, I think that you can certainly imagine people using Where You At in the masses. I mean, it tells you the precise location to the nearest couple of meters of your friends. If that's not useful, I don't really know what is.
Mm-hmm.
And it also timestamps it for the police and gives the timestamp to the venue as well. So it's really the safest option for a night out.